It's 1939. The Kingdom of Egypt has just claimed victory over the Ottoman Empire, shattering their 400-year chokehold over the Middle East. The young monarch of Egypt had promised the Arab nations their own independent state, but blinded by power, Farouk has come to believe that he, destined by God, has the divine right to rule over those he liberates from the grasp of colonialism. His ambitions don't end there. After consolidating his rule over the Middle East, he turns to Africa, a continent which has been at the mercy of European colonialism for too long. The 1 million man strong Cairo Axis sizes up against the Entente in the west and the Reichspakt in the south. As the Second Weltkrieg begins in Europe, so too does the African War of Liberation. Hi, I'm Colonel Cam and welcome to 12 Years as Egypt in Kaiserredux. Hello guys, welcome to another video. Now really quickly before we get into it, please like and subscribe. A lot of time and effort goes into these videos and I'd really appreciate it if you just did one of those things. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, we are playing Egypt. Now, I chose Egypt because I think they just updated this mod. And Egypt was one of the updates they did, so it was something to do with the elections. I don't know, there's a whole election thing going on. We're not part of the Cairo Axis yet. The Cairo Axis does form. We're going to go to war with the Ottomans. And I don't know, we'll see. Well, hopefully we'll win against the Ottomans, and then we'll see where we go from there. We got this guy, King Faud, not Farouk, I don't know who this guy is. It doesn't really matter who that guy is, because he's going to die very shortly. Our national spirits aren't looking too good either, not a single positive one, so you know, great start. I have started doing army reforms, just because there is nothing I can actually do yet. I have to wait for like events to occur, so. And our army is actually not too bad. Well, it's 78k, and it's a bit of a mixed match. Look at this, we got a camel division. Hey, I never use camel divisions, but you know what? I think we're going to use it. Just imagine liberating Jerusalem on the back of camels, man. It's insane. We also got this event that summarizes the situation in Egypt. So there's been conflict between the liberals that want a constitutional monarch and the conservatives who wish to keep the status quo with a current monarch, and dreaming of an Ottoman-free Middle East. I also noticed with the new update, we have the option to turn on max supported divisions. Right now I don't have it on, so it says unlimited, but you can turn it on, and I might actually do that in the future. Anyway, as usual, Black Monday hit us, and considering the Germans occupy the Suez, we're in big trouble. It's the usual debuffs. So that's great. We've actually got so many terrible debuffs, man. Oh my gosh. Dude, with agrarian economy as well, Black Monday, that's unfixable, man. We can actually start beginning Black Monday recovery, so, I mean, I'll do that. That's probably the most valuable thing. Fortunately, we can actually get rid of Black Monday within 5 focuses, so guess what I'm beelining down to? Are these cores? Yeah, this is cores for us. The Sinai is all cored. Not Jerusalem though, it's not cored, but this part is cored, and of course this would be cores, the Suez. Wait, we can get rid of it here. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 5 focuses away. That's really quick. Remember when I said the king was going to die soon? Yeah, he died. And if you watch my Cold War Iron Curtain video on Egypt, then a familiar face came to power. Today, tragic news hits the Sultanate. Sultan Faud. I'm embarrassing myself. Every time I post videos, I embarrass myself by not being able to pronounce anything. King Farouk ascends the throne and we get negative 10% stability. Lovely, but here he is. Now, as this guy ascends to power, we have an option to decide whether he is a sultan or a king. So choosing sultan would be more ethnically appropriate, I think, but choosing king would flip off the Ottomans, so I think we're just going to annoy them. I don't think it matters. We're just going to go kingdom. Declare Farouk the first king of Egypt and Sudan. There we go. We are now the Kingdom of Egypt, not the Sultanate of Egypt, which is, screw you guys. How do you like that? I don't think they care, to be honest, but they will care when we start walking into Damascus. I was able to switch to early mode pretty quickly, which is pretty cool, and then I also got rid of Black Monday. I never go down, I never ever in any of my games go down the Navy or Air Force tree. I just never do that. You just don't need to. Like, if you want a Navy, just steal navies from other people, and Air Force, I mean, you could go down it, and I guess it's important, but you can survive just spamming Cass. Anyway, King Farouk is still a quite young monarch, still a teenager in fact, and he has all these different ideas about how Egypt should be run. So he starts implementing all these reforms, from the judicial system to the government to the tax, everything you can think of. And we get to choose these reforms. Depending on whether we want to go liberal or conservative, we can pick. Today, Sultan Farouk has announced a reforming plan to bring Egypt into the modern age. His programs will cover nearly every aspect of Egyptian life, government and society. Various ministers and courtiers are already planning on trying to influence or manipulate the young sultan to their advantage. Egypt shall be brought into the modern age. And these reforms take a while. Not to mention I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm just clicking what sounds good. I don't have an idea or a plan. I'm just going with it. So we'll see where we end up. In fact, I'm glad I chose what I did because we end up doing stuff pretty interesting if you ask me. Should I go concentrated or dispersed? I like to go concentrated if we're a minor nation and dispersed if we're like a major. But no, maybe it should be the other way around because if you're like a minor nation, you're easier to bomb, right? So you should probably do dispersed and then bigger nations should go concentrated. That makes sense, right? I think you can easily justify both of them. I guess it just depends what position you're in inside the world. I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing these reforms with this 16-year-old and his ideas, man. And if I had the power of a country behind me at 16, man, I would have been unstoppable. You would have seen, we would have switched ideologies. Every couple of months, we'd be switching ideologies, man. Anyway, Belgium joined the Entente, which is pretty interesting because now they're surrounded by enemies, but at least the Entente have a foothold in Europe now. I kept doing these reforms. There was like 12 in total, so many of them, but I was leaning to a more liberal side at this point, so we're turning into a liberal Egypt. Oh, okay, we finally got this guy coronated. Yeah. Long live the Sultan. You mean the king? Come on, we're the Kingdom of Egypt, not the Sultan. Oh, capital of Egypt. The question of the capital of Egypt has been brought up. The Pharaonists believe that we symbolize the new Egypt. It should be relocated to Alexandria. I decided to move it to Alexandria because, well, I didn't really have a reason. It's cool. Alexandria, Alexander the Great, right? I mean, he's got nothing to do with us, but we're going towards more secular, so I guess getting rid of Cairo as our capital makes sense. Then this tree will open up when we do 1938. I've got all of this to go down here now. This, I got to finish the reforms. And then I'll have this when we win the Levant War. And then this I got to go down. And this I got so much to do, man. Gamal Abdel Nasser becomes a general. That's crazy. Okay, I'm not reading all that because I just can't be bothered. But there we go. So now Abdel Nasser is a general. And I think at one point we get him in power, which is really interesting. But things change pretty quickly as well. I mean, this video is crazy. There's so many changes of power. I can't explain it. You'll see. The dust is beginning to settle on a period of massive social change for Egypt. And now we can only look towards the future to see the Sultanate Farouk has built. All right, the new Egypt, that's what we get. The reforms may have not solved all of Egypt's problems, but they have helped push her to a brighter future. There you go, 10% stability. Hey, we're at 76 now. That's pretty good. We got to the end of the focus tree and there's 3 options, but depending on the choices of our reforms, only one of them were available. And for us, it was the constitutional monarchy, so King Pharaoh kind of steps down as like a constitutional monarch, which doesn't really make sense with my intro, but it's fine. Grand battle plan, low-key. I know it does make a little bit of sense. We are Egypt. A mass assault, not really. Superior firepower, not really. I'll just go grand battle plan, but sure. Okay, we got the event, a liberal Egypt. Oh, national, okay, we bypassed that, and now we can go down national party here, which is cool. We may be a liberal Egypt right now, and we love democracy, but with democracy comes radicalism, and the voices of opposition are loud and clear. I can also do Third Arab Congress. When do I, start declaring war on the Ottomans? Is that me, or who does that? What happens? Because when I played Iran, it just kind of happened, and I attacked when Egypt invaded, but now I'm playing Egypt. When do I invade? You know, it's ironic I say that now, because we get an event shortly about occupying the Sinai, and when we do, the Ottomans are not very happy. And it all begins with the Third Arab Congress. Third Arab Congress. Although former Arab Congresses have been strictly peaceful in tension. Oh yeah, this is the one where we say we want to free Iraq, and then Iran gets mad. Yeah, that's this Congress. All of the Arab nations, including Iraq, Syria, Yemen, all attend the conference. But while this conference is happening, a coup is attempted on our government. The group was planning to kill Farouk, the 16-year-old, and restore Abbas II to the throne. This coup, right, was actually orchestrated by the Ottomans themselves in an attempt to save themselves from a revolt across the Arab world, but it did not work. In fact, it made things a lot worse for them. The Turks will pay for this, so they tried to overthrow our government. We got 100% war support now. Yeah, as if they just tried to coup us. And during this conference, we said that we would free all the Arab nations from the Ottoman rule. However, knowing that we are the backbone of this uprising, we begin to get our own ideas. With representatives from all corners of the Arab world brought together in Cairo, the time has come to show our hands and dictate the course we will be setting. So we could go, Egypt strives for the incorporation of the Levant, or Egypt wishes to liberate the Arab people. We're going to strive for the incorporation of the Levant. Oh dear, they're not going to be happy about that. As the Congress came to a close, the Cairo Axis was created. It wouldn't be long now for the Ottomans to be under siege in the Middle East. Before we invade them, we must deal with Libya. They are subjects of the Ottomans, and fighting a two-front war would not go our way. It says, oh, the effects of this will not be immediately clear. Oh, okay. Okay, well, don't know what I've done, but it will either be something very good or very bad in the distant future. Oh! They joined the Cairo Axis. Now that we've cooed the pro-Ottoman government to our west, we could begin operations in the Sinai. Remain over the disputed Sinai Peninsula. The Ottomans claim it as part of the MOJ, the Mandate of Jerusalem. With the Ottoman army mobilizing to garrison the region, time is running out to retake control and launch our offensive into the Ottoman Empire. As once entrenched, it is unlikely we will succeed in dislodging their army, which will be positioned within striking distance of our capital, so we can occupy it or wait their decision. No, I'm occupying it. Get out of here. I get the opportunity to occupy it. I'm taking it. Oh! We just declared war straight away. Oh, we're at war. Okay. Go. Go, go, go. Oh, I should have had my cavalry over because they're fast. I immediately started occupying the Sinai unopposed. Boldened by our invasion, Syria declared war on the Ottomans as well. Simultaneously, Yemen and Iran declared war on the Ottomans as well, and they stood no chance. Okay, 1939, let's keep going. The Ottomans actually have troops on the borders now, which is kind of a problem, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Before pushing more into Turkey, I wanted to clean up their puppet state in Saudi Arabia, because it's really annoying that they could just cut us off at any point. Oh, they just got encircled by the AI. The AI encircled the AI. Okay, just take it, and then, okay, good, they capitulated. Now that was out the way, Syria had actually done a lot of the work for us, and it was just a matter of snaking to their victory points. Also, Iran is taking, like, the brunt of the Ottoman army. I don't know if you've seen what Iran looks like, but they're not doing too well. I pulled off a couple of encirclements, and then eventually the Ottomans submitted to our demands. Tripolitania joined the Cairo Axis. Tripolitania? Oh, this is Tripolitania! Right, it's the other half of Libya. Okay. Treaty of Antalya. What once may have seemed impossible has finally happened. Now, due to our position as leader of the Cairo Axis, we can decide what to do with the liberated lands. I did the most hypocritical thing that you could think of. I blocked Iran from annexing Iraq, so there was a free and independent Iraq, but then I just annexed Syria. I feel so mean, it's just switching one oppressive system for another. But no, we're not oppressive, we're liberal. We're liberal as hell, so they should be happy, alright? Anyway, the Second World War is going to start very soon, and a very interesting decision came up. Demand the Suez. We can demand it. Should I wait until Germany's at war? I think I will. It doesn't... Yeah, I'm going to wait till Germany's at war. They'll probably be more likely to give it to me when they're at war. Unfortunately, I had to wait, but then I found another excuse to keep me busy. Iran annexes Iraq. In the blatant display of aggression, our former allies, quote-unquote, have denied the peaceful and kind-hearted Iraqi population for their right of self-determination, as if we didn't just do that to Syria, and have instead swallowed them up in their whole cheap caricature, yada yada. They must evacuate the region immediately? Dude. They were losing pretty hard to the Ottomans. We're going to be the biggest hypocrites, okay? We're going to annex Syria, but Iran cannot annex Iraq, okay? They must evacuate immediately. Oh, they do it. Iraq. Oh, we can play as Iraq. Okay, they withdraw from Iraq. Excellent. And we guaranteed them. Nice. Can we invade them ourselves now? I then invited them to the Cairo Axis, so if Iran tried anything, I would make sure I got all the benefits. I then got into integrating the rest of the Levant, okay? So now we get cores on this territory. From my Persia playthrough, I remember Iran goes to war with Azerbaijan, and I looked over and they were doing pretty badly against Azerbaijan, which is kind of embarrassing. At this point, Iran is free, so I just started justifying on them. There we go, and that's the war goal. Now, are they guaranteed? No. We can just declare war straight up, call allies, because we need Iraq. Let's go. This will be like I don't even need a micro. This will be too easy. Okay, now we can you see, this is where we get the war goal against Albania. It's so weird. Okay, now we can incorporate Greater Syria. Just as I was about to capitulate Iran, World War II began, and I need Germany to do badly this game, considering we're opposed to them in Africa. And the Entente. They're also allied with the Entente, we need to be opposed to them as well. I added some artillery to my divisions to give them some extra kick before I capitulated Iran. And then I got this event, and it's no ordinary event, but it gave me the option to turn into an empire. Levant under Egypt. With the Levant finally under the control of the Cairo once again, the lands of the Eastern Mediterranean Arabs and fellow Muslims have been united in the last image of the something empire fold. Should we embrace this reborn legacy or keep our current national identity as the new and modern Egypt we have already worked so hard to build. So shall rise the Aliwaya Empire. Dude, I didn't even know I could do this. I'm now like a whole empire. I know we're supposed to be democratic and liberating people from colonialism, but I am not beating the imperialist allegations with this one. Russia intervenes. Okay, nice. Ukraine is part of the Third International, which is crazy. So Germany were kind of already fighting a two-front war. The Briz is done. Cool, okay. So who was in the war? Georgia? They don't get any land. Azerbaijan was. Does Azerbaijan really get land? I ended up giving Azerbaijan Armenia, and I took all of Iran. Now with the Iranian threat gone, Iraq decides that they want to leave our faction and be fully independent. Oh, that's such a silly move. So I began justifying on what is essentially a free Iraq. We're at peace. Oh, I gotta do the fate of Persia. Hang on. Now, but before I do that, I want to demand the Suez. What do they say? Surely they yield. They gotta yield. Germany, defiant as ever, refused, so forcing our hand to invade them. Now, with the Suez controlled by its rightful owner, I began looking south towards Ethiopia. Oh, we were actually going to declare war on the French national state, weren't we? True, so we are going to end up all with the Entente, but that's after I deal with Iraq, and I don't know, maybe something else will come up as well, I don't know. Dividing Ethiopia. It is made up of many tribal ethnicities, not of all which are being keen on being their part of the empire. Yada yada. Let them feud among themselves. So we can gather African allies. Okay, we're going to get a war goal against the Ethiopian Empire really quickly. It's 56 days, but hopefully before the Sultanate of Somalia capitulates them, and then we can divide it and say that the only reason they won is because of us, so we should get our fair share. Now, for the first 10 minutes of this year, I completely forgot to turn my microphone on. Very smart of me. I was recording my YouTube shorts and I turned my microphone off for that and forgot to turn it back on, so you know, that's great. I invaded Ethiopia, and as they were already struggling with Somalia, it was pretty easy to capitulate them. So I split it with Somalia, and then I sent them an offer to join the Cairo Axis. And much like girls in real life, they ghosted me, so I guess they don't want to join my great faction, right? Also, check out this OP faction, the Brotherhood of Eurasia. It's like Mongolia, Japan, and China, bro. That's unstoppable. Oh my gosh, my mic has been off this entire time. Are you kidding? What? I'm so glad I just checked. But yeah, thank gosh, we're about to invade Iraq. In like, how many days? It's like 1 day. 5 days, not 1 day. Nice. Now that my lands are actually connected, it's a lot easier to move my divisions around. And military occupation. There we go, we got a nice empire. I would like Hejaz though. I don't like this big stick here. Next on my list of enemies was the Entente, but we would be fighting them on two fronts. In the west, we would have the French national state, and in the east, we would have India and Afghanistan. The French administration in North Africa have abused the native population to a point where they can no longer sit back and watch idly, where we can no longer sit back and watch idly. The time has come to liberate the people of Maghreb. There we go. This was supposed to be a two-front war, okay? But quickly this escalated into a four-front war, and I was barely hanging on. France, you have abused the people for too long. We are coming for you. Oh! Treaty of Cairo. We've peaced out with the Germans. A peace deal has been signed between... Oh, okay. Well, I'm no longer at war with Germany, so I'm just at war with the Entente now. Okay, that's fine. I can get behind that. I was able to push into French Africa a little bit, but then I ran out of supply, and it was too hard to push from there. And then there was a front that I completely forgot about and didn't even know existed. What is this? Wait, they can attack... Wait, what? That was connected? Oh my gosh. I didn't know they were connected there. Well, I don't really have any divisions to spare. I don't even have manpower. Oh, dear. Right, let's just take, like, I don't know, 4 of these. Maybe that'll do. Suddenly, I'm on the defensive, and they're walking up the Nile, and they're actually kind of pushing against me in Africa, and India as well. Oh, the Princely Federation just declared war on the Dominion of Delhi. Dude, India are fighting a 3-front war. There's no way they can survive that. Oh. What's this? Russia is like about to go to war with Mongolia and Japan. They're like so close. I don't know why I'm worrying about Russia. They've taken Sudan. Sudan is no longer under my control. And then, out of seemingly nowhere, a 4th front opened up. Oh, no. Muscat joined the Entente? What is this? How did they break through that? They've officially set foot in Egyptian soil. I'm getting pushed back in Arabia. I'm getting pushed back in India. I'm getting invaded behind me in Tripolitania. Things are just not looking good right now. We're fighting on too many fronts. I can't 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't handle all of that. You know how big my army is? It's 370k. That's not enough to fight on 4 fronts. 4, man. I'm also out of manpower, so I can't train any more divisions. My best hope is to just make a defensive line and just hopefully I can hold out. Okay, 1941. Hopefully we don't capitulate this year. I don't think we will, but things are not looking good, okay? Oh, we have Cyprus as a core. I could fight the Ottomans as well. No, dude, should I declare war on the Ottomans right now? I'm just kidding, no. I would not. I'm going to wait until I think I'm a little bit under less pressure. And then I think we should fight the Ottomans. Yeah. You know, we've got no shortage of enemies, that's for sure. At least this is holding. They're not going up the Nile anymore because I've chucked way more divisions here. Oh yeah, there we go. Political power, cool. Okay, should we just go extensive straight away? I think we should. We're going to extensive straight away. This is a situation that limited conscription cannot fix. Oh my days, how are they breaking through that? They were fully entrenched and there's like so many divisions there. They're all on force attack, man. No. Then I looked over at Arabia and it's not looking good there either. That's a problem. I ended up having to evacuate the entire peninsula. I wasn't having it. And then Germany fell pretty early, actually. It's only 1941. They usually last until about, I don't know, surely like 1944. But this is good, because maybe now the International has some spare divisions to help fight the Entente with me. Oh, Yemen just declared war on, Muscat. I don't know, but they're at war with the Entente. Invite faction, please, come on. I couldn't invite them to my faction, but this was a huge turning point in the war. If I could evict them from the Arabian Peninsula with Yemen, then life would be a lot easier for me. We need to connect, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to connect the borders with Yemen. So I need to attack here, and then all of that is encircled pretty much. Yeah, and then we take the port, Alright, I think it's going to be okay in the south here. We've encircled this part of the Entente, so we're going to push them out here, and then there's very few divisions down here. We could just, you know, take them out. In fact, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? They've come up from behind? I didn't see this. I did not see this. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, I can try. I think these guys will be encircled if we take this port. And, of course, they got dudes in there. That's cool. I had made a defensive line in Iran, with Tehran included, but it got breached. And they took Tehran, and things are really looking bad. The Ottomans are being invaded by Russia. Are you serious? I need Ottoman land. I'm going to justify on the Ottomans. Oh my god, this could go so badly. I'm going to justify on the Ottomans. Hopefully, Russia will take them out, and then I can get my cored land. Because me and Russia are great friends, obviously. I'm stuck. I can't push anywhere, but I'm like not getting pushed back that much. Like I'm trying to take them out of Arabia, but that would free up like how many divisions? 9. It's not that much. Yep, apparently it's the perfect time to have some elections right now. We got the 1941 general election and we can choose our party. It's all this democracy, but yeah. Yeah, why not? Boom. Internal debates over our recent victory. We've finally succeeded in defeating the forces of reaction and the dogs of foreigners at the ballot box to gain a comfortable majority in the parliament. We've got Nasser. We have Nasser in power, Abdul Nasser, that's so good. So now we can go down a different part of the focus tree. We can get nationalists and totalists to join our coalition, which I assume the party is going to look like the Italian parliament. Oh my gosh, I left this up to my allies, and what do? They screw it up. My allies completely screw it up, of course they do. Oh, should I get divisions there? Yeah, I should. Okay, let's deploy these guys. They're kind of like halfway trained. That's fine. Fortunately, I do have manpower now, so I'm able to train divisions, which is a lifesaver. Okay, there we go. Model of anti-imperialism done. And now we can do this last one and enter foreign economic influences. It just gave us, this whole thing just gave us the same bonuses just over time. Okay, I'm cool with that. Whatever. That's fine. Sure. I'm happy with this. Our army is pretty much 1 million. It's almost at 1 million. I was beginning to feel a bit more comfortable until a big invasion came into Libya, threatening to cut all of my supply. However, I got an extremely lucky break elsewhere. Normally when things break in Hearts of Iron 4, or things don't go your way, it ends in tragedy for you, right? It normally never goes your way, but this one went my way and it was extremely lucky. Sudan declares independence. The Sudanese has rallied against supporters and declared that Sudan will never submit to anyone but God himself, declaring intent to break Sudan away from Egypt. We shall defend Egypt. Oh my god, that's literally just... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Are they encircled? All of them are out of supply now. No, this is good for us. This actually helps us. They're all out of supply now. Look at this. Hang on, we could... I want to take advantage of this because I want to encircle the French. So I don't want to capitulate them just yet. Oh my gosh. The Sudanese revolt has worked in our favor so well, man. We've actually been able to encircle all these guys. These guys are still technically encircled because they can't go into Sudanese territory. And then I got another event. Remember the Society of Muslim Brothers? I think that's what they were called. Well, they are doing some dodgy things within our country. And yeah, you'll see. The Society of Muslim Brothers have violently criticized our legislation as anti-Islam. Simple criticism is normal and healthy in a democratic system, but it seems that this time it goes a little further. I want to do this. I want to see what's going to happen. Low-key. We can trust them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Yeah, no, they respect democracy. I'm sure they do. It's the Battle of Cairo. Oh, I trusted them. The Prime Minister ordered the immediate mobilization of the army to counter the rebels. The Egyptian National Army being much more professional and trained, there is no doubt that it would succeed in crushing any popular insurrection. However, we can choose to make it succeed, and I'm always up for making things interesting, so it succeeds. Oh! Look at this flag, man! We got swords on our flag and we got this guy now. Saeed Qutb, I don't know, I don't care. Cool, okay, what ruling party are we in? Our paternal autocrats. Dude. We only lost 1% stability through that coup. Okay, expand the royal domain and force the king's gambit is bypassed. So now we should be able to go down more of the tree. Yeah, we can go down here. By now I had finally waited long enough that Delhi had capitulated to Hyderabad or southern India. That was a huge front for us that is now irrelevant, so I can free up so many more divisions. We ended up getting a peace deal for them even though they're in the Entente. I guess, I don't know why, but yeah, it's just Delhi, and I gave most of the land to Hyderabad because they did everything. And I gave myself Afghanistan because I did lose a lot of men, and that does make sense. Oh, the commune is invading them. Okay, so the French might actually capitulate, but then we also have to deal with the Canadians, which is... yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. With the help of the commune, the French nationals are pretty much falling apart. I mean, it's so easy to walk in. I finished cleaning up the remaining areas, like Afghanistan, southern Iran, and the Muscat, I don't even know how to say it, alright? That area. Done. Okay, now these guys can join... oh no, they can destroy them, and then I'll have 2 free armies. Oh my gosh, I can do so much with 2 free armies. Well, I think I can try and take out the Entente down here. Well, I can definitely help take out Sudan. Do you remember my justification on the Ottomans? Well, it paid off because the Russians were just about to capitulate them now, and I declared war and got a bit of the peace deal. Hyderabad joined the Brotherhood of Eurasia? Dude, that is a mega faction, man. That is unstoppable. Dude, I bet you the Third International are gonna... declare war on Russia, and obviously these guys... oh my god, hang on, my phone audio, my phone ringtone is the Saul Goodman show intro. What I'm gonna do, I might just conquer Africa, to be honest. I honestly might just conquer Africa. I mean liberate Africa, guys, not conquer. That was a complete misuse of words. We're liberating Africa, obviously. There we go, Sudan capitulated, alright. Annex it all back, yeah, makes sense. With the South officially under our control, we are no longer at war on any of our borders. Look at this, I mean, our empire looks pretty good now. But it wasn't long before we started picking more fights. Remember Somalia, how they ghosted me? Well, like, they have some of our cores, so it's an easy justification. Let's go. And Eritrea, I'm not sure if that's a core, but... is Eritrea cored at all? Yes! Okay, we'll do it after Somalia. Oh, we can do 2 at once. We can do 2 at once, we're strong enough. Yeah, let's take that out too. Don't need to call allies, and I'll invade Eritrea very shortly. And what's this? Djibouti. Oh, Djibouti is a core of us. And that's Middle Africa. Dude, maybe we'll have a huge Middle Africa war. I've never done anything like that, to be honest. I've never fought in Africa like a proper full, like, big war. Africa's always like the irrelevant second continent piece that you don't really care about. From that moment on, I was determined to beat Middle Africa. Now, Middle Africa are no slouches. They're really strong. I think they got over 200 divisions, and we don't even have over 100, so it's going to be a lot. It's going to be very difficult. That's a good idea. Get some more artillery in there. Here we go. Now we're beefing up our divisions. Look at that. We are down so much artillery. We cannot afford that. Oh my gosh. Hey, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Let's annex it all. Take their navy. I can't believe Somalia have a navy. You know, I think I just took all of the Somali pirates. That's what that was. They're not cores either. Yemen. Don't have any cores on either or anything. Plus, Yemen helped us out. Yemen were G's, man. We can't be declaring war on Yemen like this, alright? They already like us 200 and we like them 130. We're not... Yemen are friendly, okay? Hijaz, I wish, but they were in our faction. And you can't exactly just kick people out in this mod, so... It seems like Middle Africa is the way to go. So I trained more divisions and prepared for the big fight. Let's justify on German Africa. We need to finish the job here with the Germans in Africa, okay? I might as well select both. 75 days, not too bad. We so got to beat them all my days. They're lining up. We're sizing up against each other, man. 354 max. There's no way. Yeah, I don't think Middle Africa would have a big navy, will they? Oh, that is a navy and a half. That's 100, minimum 163 boats. Okay, that's quite a bit actually. Let's actually... They're already battling? Who? Oh, the Germans. I forgot about the Germans. Okay, we're going to forget there. We're just going to focus on this area. You know, I thought I would have at least some sort of naval advantage, but no, I do not. How does Middle Africa have such a huge navy? Did the German government escape here or something? Like, what's going on? Let's go. Call allies so they send me... Actually, do we need allies? Yeah, we'll call the allies. Let's go. They instantly started attacking me, winning in some areas, which is kind of concerning. However, the standalone provinces in East Africa stood no chance against me, so once I cleaned them up, I was able to reinforce the rest of the front with those. Now, with my entire army on the border, I was able to hold the line. I let them keep running into me. They are taking a lot of casualties this way, so I guess it's working in my advantage. How's our cores and claims looking? Okay, they're occupying some of our cores, but this is what it looks like, cores and claims. Wow. So the blue is our cores. We actually call Crete and Cyprus. I'm going to take Cyprus from the Ottomans when Russia decides that they want to take Constantinople, obviously. And I don't know how I'm going to get Crete from Greece. I don't know how that's going to happen. Anyway, I should have done this a long time ago, but I finally got rid of all of my army debuffs so I can attack if I need to. I agreed with Russia that I could get Kurdistan and then Cyprus, and they can get all of the rest of Turkey. So... there we go. Anyway, supply was running thin in Ethiopia, so I decided to try and give my divisions logistics companies until I realized I hadn't researched it. Why have I not researched logistics? Then I started getting a bit careless. I zoomed in and didn't really check the rest of my front for a while, and I didn't realize that a whole army of mine was encircled and about to get destroyed. And why are there only 6? What? Did they all die? No, I didn't just lose a bunch of divisions there. Wait, how many have I just lost 500,000 men. I didn't even see how, but I just lost 500,000 men. Middle Africa has more divisions than I do already, so that definitely did not help. And 1945 would be the year that decides whether I survive or not. If I let a whole army group die. Like, this was 24 divisions. Now it's like, well, they just lost 18 divisions or something. What was it? Yeah, 18. I started focusing on the north. The Germans were already out of supply, and if I got encircled, I realized that I could get military access through France, the Commune of France, so I could escape if I needed to. Then I saw this massive encirclement opportunity. I mean, look at this. Maybe we can get it. It would be cool. Now it's like, hang on, we might actually do this. I mean, this encirclement could save me. I was fighting for my life to get this one, and so were the Germans. Sprint. We did it. Oh, no way. No way, we just did it. Okay. That's not as... I don't know. We'll see. It was 2.6 million before, so now we'll just do this. Unfortunately, some managed to escape, but it was still a pretty big encirclement, and now we're more on an even playing field. However, they still do have more divisions. It's ridiculous, but I think my divisions are stronger, more well-equipped and stuff, so yeah. I kept pushing west, trying to get to West Africa, connecting all of the supply hubs that I came across. Eventually, I reached West Africa, and I was able to encircle a small amount of the army. Nothing can stop the Egyptians. By now I was slowly advancing along the whole front, and I eventually reached their capital, but before I took it, it was the end of the year. My audio for the game was kind of jacked up. I don't know why. You can still hear me, but it's like I'm talking through an old-time radio. Like, listen to this. Take it. Yes. What's their capitulation now? Still only like 31%, so I guess you're stuck with post-commentary me for pretty much the rest of this game. Obviously, I'm the superior cam, so anyway, I pulled off another encirclement. I mean, look at this is a huge one as well. By now, the Middle African army was disconnected in 3 parts. We have the West African area, the Congo area, and then the Namibia area. A disconnected army is much weaker, so I just let the game run for a bit on speed 5. I tried to make a time lapse, but I wasn't really moving, so I had to actually micro. Firstly, I cleaned up West Africa. I took the ports and then just encircled the rest. Then I took out Namibia, that area, that was fine. Yeah, So now that all that's left is just, it was like North Angola, I think. These are the casualties for this war, by the way, if you're interested. I've taken quite a few losses, but I mean, they've taken double, so there we go. Nice, and that was all us, so we can annex it all. Yep, I militarily occupied the entire thing, except for Namibia. I don't like the way Namibia looks when it's connected to my land, so I just made them my puppet state. And there it is, beating Middle Africa as Egypt. I can cross that off my bucket list. This is what the world looks like. Russia hasn't gone to war with the Third International at all, and the Brotherhood of Eurasia is just static against Russia, so I'm not going to bother fighting anyone else. Plus, it's already late game. My game is running so slowly, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.